Okay, I have 2 degrees from the university, one in urban planning under geography, urban and transportation planning, and the other is in Asian history. I minored in government and Japanese. I was a marine engineer in the Navy on fossil and nuclear ships. I worked at a nuclear power plant for 29 years. I did everything from public relations, fuel management, to tech support, where we actually made some modifications in the reactor vessel. And also, the last 12 years I was there, I did environmental surveillance for water quality and radiological impact on our surrounding area. I took samples in 6 counties: water samples, mud samples, algae, pasturage. We even had 4 vegetable gardens situated at the points of the compass around the plant to monitor the radiological impact on vegetation, food crops. Well, last year I went before the county board of supervisors several times with some of these concepts and ideas and that, and all they said was, "Your 3 minutes are up, Mr. Bulf." So I figured, talking to people with the high jobless rate and vacancy occurring right and left in all the shops around here, that things needed to go in a different direction. So I decided to throw my hat in the ring and see if people would have faith enough in me to get me elected. How would I fund it? Well, I've been talking to the Chinese and some others who are willing to invest some money, and but I see 51% of it being locally owned in a co-op arrangement. And I think once the thing gets started and people seeing that we're really going to pour concrete and lay steel and so on, we'll have more private funds that people will feel better about investing, not only to improve the local transportation and other things that will come along with it, but I think that they'll have more faith in putting their money into this project rather than buying more paper.
Sure. Now, when you say a co-op, are we talking about, are you going to use taxpayer dollars to fund
no.
the 51% local, or you?
No, it's an investment. In other words, the Chinese or these other groups that have indicated interest would put up some money, and then it would be matched or over obligated amount for the local people would.
Now, some people though may say, if you wanted to do that, you should do that. How does it intersect with being on the county board of supervisors?
Well, you need some political motivation to get a project like this started. I helped Ann Rudin, the mayor of Sacramento, and Lloyd Connolly and Mayor Eisenberg get elected, and those were the people that swung Sacramento along with our push to get us into the light rail vote of transportation.
I see. So you're talking about you would use the position on the board to kind of, muster or gain the sufficient amount of political will to get something like this done.
Absolutely, to mobilize the people. Also, along with the rail project goes a biomass power plant. The biomass power plant, we figure, will also burn garbage. That's a good way of making it pay. Otherwise, there are going to be more truckloads of garbage going down to the Marysville gravel pits. And Caltrans, of course, that's the excuse Caltrans is using to widen Highway 20. We could lower the potential for fire and do better forest management by eliminating the ladder fuels. And I see us drawing material out of the forest and pulverizing 50% of it right away and putting it back into the soil to upgrade the soil and the humus layer in the forest. And the other 50% would go to the power plant, come back as char, and increase the soil fertility that way. Also using biosolids and terracing in the forest too to hold more, so the forest will hold more water and keep more soil in place. I mean, every time I look at the Yuba or some of these other rivers in flood stage and I see all that soil going down,
sure.
It makes me sick.
Sure.
Besides, some of the CO2 emissions from this power plant will be used to accelerate the growth of algae from the Nevada City sewer plant and make biodiesel. because the plant I'm looking at is the one operating in Finland, and these plants, of course, there are others too, makes electricity, process steam, and process heat. So this would be a fourth product out of the plant, so to speak. And I've talked to the Chinese about these plants being built in Thailand. The Thais have built 40 combination biomass plants already in Thailand, burning wood waste and palm waste.
So now,
well, I see not only unemployment and vacancy in a lot of these businesses around here, but I see the seeds of urban unrest. You continue I read your crime statistics every day and look at the amount of alcoholism and drugs and petty theft and burglary and vandalism. That's all seeds of urban unrest, and it could get worse. And if we don't put these people to work doing something that brings not only honor to themselves but is productive for the community, we're going to have more problems. I would like to see us put people to work rather than fight each other.